Woo! What's going on, everybody? We don't got too many people in here. That's okay. Zero eyes on me right now. And a couple guys in the chat, though. A couple guys in the chat. Joey 2 times. What's up, brother? Thank you, man. Bryce, thank you very much, bro. Please sub if you haven't at 9. All of a sudden, 9 people in. Thanks, guys. That's my dad and MJ. Thanks, guys. How you guys doing? My pops, have a great show, Marco. Love you, Dad. Travis Doyley, what's up, man? What's up, guys? Can you guys hear me? Give me a woo. Let's see, Bryce is giving me a woo. It's my boy Bryce right there. Hi, Jamie Ward. What's going on, guys? Only 7 in the chat. How's everybody doing on a Saturday night, 8 o'clock? Want to talk a little bit of Lions, a little bit of Tigers. Tigers looking rough out there. Last 2 games. Getting beat up today bad. Which is a sad thing, too, because I had Tarek Skubal going today, and he got himself rung up. And I'm going against Aaron Savali, the Cleveland Indians pitcher, and he is having a day so far. All right, Alan, what's up, brother? How you doing, buddy? A lot of woos out there. I love the woos. Give me the woos, guys. Travis Doyley, woo! What's up, guys? Thank you, Joey 2 times. One of the greatest names on YouTube right there, Joey 2 times, man. So, what do you guys want to talk about, man? It's not a mailbag or nothing like that, but I'd like to start it off with some guys want to ask some questions, want to talk Detroit Lions, man. You want to talk Tigers. Last two days, like I said, the Tigers been getting beat up, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't expect much. Indians are pretty good. We played pretty good against them last week, but it looks like they got our number the next couple of days. So there he is, Chris Grant's my boy. What's up, brother? Lights look good. That presents from my dad and MJ for an early birthday present. They look awesome. Makes the green screen pop, eh? Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah, Chris Green. Trade back for Tevin Jenkins. One Pride 40. What's up, brother? I'm all for trading back, man. Tevin Jenkins is one of the best offensive tackles in this draft. He's obviously not the most highly touted, but it doesn't matter. He's still one of the best out of Oklahoma State. I think he goes to Oklahoma State. Let me see. Pretty sure that's where he is, man. He's one of the strongest old linemen I know in this draft class. Is bench pressed like 225 36 times or something like that. The dude is an absolute animal, and he's shooting up the draft boards. I'm all for trading back, man. I got him listed as one of my I got him at around 7 or 8 as my top offensive tackles in this draft. Oklahoma State, yeah, 6'6", 325. I give him about a second-round grade. I don't think I'd take him in the first, because I got some other guys ahead of him. I do like him, though, bro. If we can trade back for it with a team, I'm all for it, man. Oh, man, remember those days, man? Maglio, Miggy, and Carlos Guillen. I actually caught a fly ball from Carlos Guillen at Comerica years ago. Actually, I didn't catch it. That's a lie. It was batting practice. And I was down the first baseline, but deep in the outfield, and he hit a shot. He was a switch hitter, Carlos. He hit a shot from the left side that was coming at me like a rocket, and I didn't have a glove. I had nothing on, and I had no protection. I ducked, and it just missed me. But I got the ball. I got the ball, man. But man, I almost got killed by a Carlos Guillen batting practice ball. It was nuts. What's going on, Todd Super Germs? What's up? What's up, bro? 3-1-3 hit, man. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you in here. Steve-O in the house. Some of the best. Yeah, he's got some good film out there, bro. He does. And he's shooting up the draft boards, that's for sure. Who would I trade back with? It just all depends, man. It all depends, bro. If there's a good quarterback there, I'm expecting a team like maybe New England, even though I don't think they're going to trade up. Washington, I don't want to fall too far back. I think New England's at 15. I don't want to go too much farther than that. I would go 19, but that's where the Washington football team is. Just whoever's looking for a quarterback, man. But I'm looking to pillage another team, man. I want to get multiple picks. So, who's ranked in front of him? I'll get back to you, Don. Me personally, man. Obviously, Sewell, Slater. I got Darisaw ahead of him. I got Leatherwood a little bit ahead of him. I got Eichenberg. And then it starts going. And then Jenkins is coming around the corner there. I got Mayfield, and I got Jenkins. Samuel Cosme from Texas is there. It's no disrespect to Tevin Jenkins, man. I like the guy. I got a few guys ahead of him. I do. Pitts to Detroit confirmed. Our boy Antonio. He's in love with Kyle Pitts. Hey, great athlete, man. He's going to be something special in the NFL, but maybe on a trade back, I wouldn't mind it. I just don't want him at 7, man. I just don't want him at 7. I think he's generational, though, that's for sure. Cy Gray, what's up, brother? Take Parsons at 7, trade back in the first round for 10. That would be ideal. That would be really nice, man. That would be really, really nice. I would not mind that at all. Musings, what's going on? This is better than the Tiger. Yeah, for sure it is, man. Was it 6-0 still? Tarek Scooble, man, get me negatives. Get me the negatives at A. I think he's going to the Finns. He possibly could be, bro. At 6, though? Jenkins? Ooh, that's crazy, dude. Salute, brother. Hey, man, someone shaved your head, bro. What's up going on, man? Hey, ever since I've been like 18 years old, dude. 18 years old, that this hair, it doesn't grow properly. It grows like this way, that way. I used to spike my hair when I was in like grade 8, grade 9. About then. And then I started shaving my head when I turned about 17, 18 years old. And it's just nice and easy. I mean, it's nice and cool on the dome, bro. What's going on, though, Dr. D? What's up, brother? Would you be mad if the Lions took Elijah Tucker? That's the other kind of the versatile guard tackle from USC. I wouldn't be mad, but I don't want him at 7. I think he's more of a guard in the NFL, but I wouldn't be mad, man. If he had a trade back, and he was one of the best linemen on the board by then, I'd be okay with it. To me, Pitts is more valuable than Waddle. I love Waddle's speed, but he benefited from for sure, man. All those Alabama wide receivers benefit from each other, man. Pitts is, hey, man, like I said, he's once in a generation type guy, man. But I'm not feeling it at 7, man. I just think I'm not feeling any kind of wide receiver at 7. You know what I mean? So it'd be like we're gonna get a guy that's gonna touch the ball like 6 or 7 times a game. You know what I mean? Maybe. I don't think that's the way we should go right now. We don't have that luxury, man. We don't have that luxury, guys. But I do. Hey, I think he's a heck of a talent, man. I'm not going to deny that. What do you think about taking Michigan defensive end? Kwity Paye? I like him. I think he's a second-round talent, too, as well. At 7, no way. I don't think he's the best defensive end we could grab there. I still like Russo, even though Russo, he's a bit stiff. He's not looking that. He didn't look that good at the pro day. I took a year off, gained about 25 pounds, but it was all muscle. Played out about 240 during college. They say now he's about 260, 265. I still like him, but not at 7 anymore. But the defensive end, Kwity Paye, no, not at 7. Trade back, 100% trade back, Art. Then I would do it. He's your third tackle? That's cool, bro. That's cool. He's shooting up draft boards, man. I'm not going to lie to you. One Pride 40. What's up, man? What's going on, guys? Don't tee. I think the Finns are going to either get Chase, Water, or maybe Sewell. Fuller only has 1-year contract, so wide receiver is a big need. They need to get somebody for Tua, too. You know what I mean? And the Dolphins jumped us for a reason. Personally, I think they jumped us for a reason. And they're going to have their pick of the litter. It could be Sewell, it could be Slater, it could be Chase, it could be Waddle, it could be any of those guys. It could be Pitts. They know what I mean? Miami jumped us for a reason, man, personally, because I think they think that we're drafting the same player that's on their board. So they're doing big things over there in Miami. Do not take Parsons at 7. He might be. He might be, but I don't think he will. Personally, I think he's a top 10 talent. I think he's a guy that's not going to – I think Parsons is a guy that's not going to come off the field. He's a next generational type of linebacker. He can play – he can even play a little bit. He can play Mike. He can play Will. He can even play on the line if he had to on a couple snaps. He was recruited as a defensive end out of high school. I think the guy just doesn't come off the field, and I think he's a game changer. And we need someone on this defense right away. We need another stud. So I think he'd be a nice little building block to build around Romeo. So, hey, what's going on, Linda? How you doing? What's everybody doing on a Saturday? We got about 24 in the building. Get those likes up, guys. Dolphins taking Chase. That's a lock. Hey, man, it might be. He might go to Cincinnati, bro. You know what I mean? Like, he might go to Cincinnati, but I doubt it. I think they're going to go Sewell. I think they're going to go the offensive tackle from Oregon there. And it'd be a perfect fit. But I think the Dolphins, like you said, though, I think they're taking a wide receiver, and it's probably going to be Chase if the Bengals don't take him, right? Thanks a lot, 2 times. He will draft a long snapper. No, he ain't that type of guy, bro. Please. Mine also just don't let it go. I get it, bro. Now let another team take him. Hey. Sewell, Slater, Jenkins, Redons, Brady Christensen. That's nice, man. That's a nice list. That Dylan Redund's kid is shooting up some boards too, I see. Trey Lance's guy. Where's Darisaw? Where do I have him? Where do I have him ranked? I got him as my 3rd offensive tackle. I have him as my 3rd. Not a huge fan of Darisaw, but I have him over Duns and Christensen. Same here. Who would I take outside? Hey, man, I like Micah Parsons, man. I like the linebacker still, guys. I'm not going to front. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I want someone on this defense that's going to be a dog. You know what I mean? I don't really think we have that, man. I think Romeo can be that dog. He's played 2 good years out of the 3 he's been here. So I think you build around a guy like Romeo Okwara. You know, he got his little brother in the wings as well too to help out, and I think we need a linebacker that's gonna just destroy people, man. And I think he's the guy that can do it. Who was the one player you hope followed us in the 2nd round that could go late first? Followed us in the 2nd round that could go late first. Well, I want a wide receiver. I really do. And I'm liking Rondale Moore. I think he could get drafted in the 1st round. I like Elijah Moore, but I think we can wait on him. Maybe if we don't get the linebacker, I would like to get someone like Jabril Cox or Zaven Collins, man. We need that linebacker, guys. He's shooting up boards too, man. The linebacker out of Kentucky, right? Even though I want Zaven Collins, something tells me we're going BPA at 7. And I think so too. I don't really know. This is the first time, I think, in a long time that as a fan, and I think I speak for everybody, kinda, we don't know what Brad Holmes is doing. We don't know what this organization is up to, which I think is a breath of fresh air. Because normally you'd be like, okay, well, we know we're taking this guy. We know this guy. It was almost like it was in stone. This is good. This is a good thing, man. They're playing people, man, and I like it. They jumped us for Sewell or Pitts. Yeah, they definitely jumped us, man. They could have jumped us for Chase too. Who knows, right? But they definitely jumped us. Vash Darwin in the building. What's up, bro? What's up, John Kapler? Love that avatar. With kicking being their weak side, what do you think of Randy Bullock? It's okay, man. He's been in the league for a while. He's kicked on a few teams, Bengals, Houston. He's decent. I think there's a guy on the roster right now. Man, his name is slipping my mind right now. He was an ex-Steeler, young guy. Oh man, I can't remember his name. He's gonna give Bullock a run for his money. I can't remember his name, but he's gonna give him a run for his money. But I'm okay with Bullock. Jay White, who are you? What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining. He does, Travis Doley. He has a ton of character issues, and some of the allegations against him are pretty bad. But as of right now, they're allegations. Nothing has come full circle on that. So I know that we need to take a chance on a guy that has some character issues. Even like hazing's a part of football. What he allegedly did isn't good, obviously. If you want to look it up, guys, look it up. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, but they're not really talking about it too much. So I'm okay with grabbing the best defensive player in the draft, I think, at 7. The Dolphins want Pitts. Oh, yeah, maybe, man. It would be one hell of a pickup, man. It would be one hell of a pickup for them. They need some weapons over there too. Miami is killing it, acquiring draft picks, but I haven't been that impressed with who exactly. They're doing their work on grabbing picks, but the draft picks itself haven't been that great. King James, what's up, man? Sewell at 7, then Rondale Moore or Kadarius Toney in round 2. I like it, man. I like Rondale Moore a lot. I'm not the biggest fan of Kadarius Toney, even though I think he's a baller out of Florida, the wide receiver. I really like Rondale Moore, though. Finn's playing Madden at this point. For sure, man. For sure they are. And just acquiring picks after pick. Drop somebody good, though, man. If they can get some good players, look out for that team because they're starting. I hope the Bengals go Chase and Dolphins go Pitts. It could very well happen. Then Sewell will be right in our laps. He'll be sitting right there, Sewell or Slater. I'll click like Newback needs his job for sure. Yeah, man, this draft is all over the place, man. I kind of expect BPA as well. I don't think they're going to reach for need because there's a ton of need on this team to begin with. It's not just one position or two, right? It's like, man, 4 or 5. We're in trouble there. So they have to draft smart, and we only have 6 picks. And when you only have 6 picks, man, it's terrible. Thanks, Vash. Happy to be here. I love the show. I love the input. I love hearing what everyone has to say. What they're trying to say. Exactly. That's what it's all about, man. What's going on, Lions fan 951? How you doing, brother? Man, I like this guy a lot, man. I like Jabril Cox a lot, man. He's a very versatile linebacker. Does it all. A little bit smaller, right? Let me see what I got him listed at over here. I know I got him written down here somewhere. Obviously, I got everybody written down here. What do I have him at? What do I have him at? I know he's a little bit smaller. Or is it, maybe I'm not thinking of this. Maybe I'm not thinking of the same guy. 230, 6'4" though. So he's got that length, eh? He's got that length. He can get to the quarterback too, which I really like. So that's a guy that I would be very, very happy if they drafted in the second round. Thanks, Dr. D. What's going on, Zach J? Thanks for joining the chat, man. Same here, man. I think the Bengals take Penei Sewell as well. I think they have to protect their investment in Joe Burrow. I think it's almost a must, especially him getting hurt like he did last year. They're going to need – they already have weapons. It's not like they're weaponless, right? They do have some weapons, man. So, like, getting a Chase or a Pitts I don't think is a necessity. I think getting their left tackle for the next 10 to 15 years is a must. What's going on, old man Maverick? How you doing, brother? Thanks for joining the chat. Jabril Cox is solid, but I think Monty Rice is basically a better version of Jabril. Maybe, man. I think Cox is just a little bit better. I would take Cox over Rice, but Rice is good, man. Somebody asked me about Rice a few weeks ago, actually, and I didn't know too much about him, and I watched a little bit of film on him, and I was going to do an actual video on him. I just never ended up getting to it, but I do like his style of play. If we drafted a cornerback in this draft, who would you want us to draft? Well, the top guys are like Surtain and, Farley. Those type of guys are. There's a guy that I like in the later rounds, Elijah Molden out of Washington. He's more of a slot nickel guy, but I think we need that. And he's a playmaker. He's a guy that I like a lot. Elijah Molden. I think Pitts is liked by everybody, bro. Honestly, I think that guy's liked by everybody. Matthew Wright, that's who it is. Thank you, Aiden Geddes. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Matthew Wright, that's the kicker from Pittsburgh that we picked up. And he's got a real nice leg. The Bengals should take Sewell, but the Bengals aren't known for making good decisions. That's for sure, man. They need to take him, I think. I almost think it's a lock, but what's going on, Don Burr? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining the chat. We got about 30 in the chat, guys. Get those likes up. Beers on a Saturday, a little podcast. Why not? Don Burr's everywhere. Matthew Huntley in the building. Hello, brother. How's it going, man? Micro Mike in the building. And again, let me tell you how it is. Again. More pressing need, wide receiver or linebacker? Oh, that's a good question because I think that both of it is really bad. I don't like our wide receiver unit right now, even though I still don't want one in the first round. But I'm a defensive guy. I think linebacker is way more important. I think you have to build a good D. I personally think it's more of a pressing need because our best linebackers, 34 years old, and Jamie Collins. So I think linebackers just by a smidge, but both are really bad. Both are bad. I'm good with your linebackers down to trade back. We get out a first round pick for 22. I'm all for trading back. I'm good, man. And then, yeah. Oh, man. Camp was trapped in the triple option offer for a couple seasons. We didn't get the opportunity. He's better than his stats say. I have to look up this kid. Monty Rice is probably the second best linebacker in the draft and may ascend to the best if class Parsons mature over time. Wow. Man, that's a bold statement, Cy Gray. That's a bold statement, brother. What's going on, Noble Sports? TA in the building. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Yeah, that was awesome. That was a great clip, man. I love that, man. I put that on my Twitter feed. I pinned it right on my Twitter feed, man. That was like Dan Campbell is saying all the right things, doing all the right things, and just like it's impossible not to like this guy right now, like Dan Campbell. If you're a football player, this is the guy you want coaching you. This is the type of coach that you want. Now, let's see him do it on the field. Now we just got to see it. We've seen a little bit of it in Miami. So it's not like this guy's coming in completely green, right? And he was Sean Payton's assistant for 5-6 years as the assistant head coach, not just the tight ends coach. So it's not like this guy's coming in completely green. He's got a little bit of he's got some swag to him, man. Man, that Tone guy, he did good. You did good, brother. He killed it. Nice. Shooting up draft boards, ATA? Shooting up those draft boards, Jamon Davis, man. I can't wait to watch that video because I don't know too much about him. That's the guy from Kentucky, right? That's the guy from Kentucky, yeah. So I have to check that guy out for sure. What do you think of Richie Grant, the safety out of UCF, eh? I like him, man. A little bit small for a safety, about 190 pounds. But I do like him that, he's getting some interceptions at the end of his career. He's been in the college since 2016, though. How old is he? He's got to be about 23, 22, right? You would think 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, he's played in college for a while. I do like him, though. Real good instincts for a safety. Oh, yeah, bro. Flipping through the book of knowledge, man. I got a ton of them, dude. I got a ton of books, man, that I write in, eh? All my books that I write in. I got all of this stuff. I write a ton of them. I got this one. I got tons of books that I write in, man. So many. I got everybody ranked from, I probably got, no word of a lie, I got probably 200 guys ranked here. And more to come. It's how I have to do it, man. It's the only way to do it. It's the only way to do it, man. I wouldn't say he's the best safety in the draft. I still think Javon Holland and what's that kid named out of I got him written down too, out of TCU, Morik. I like him too as well. If we go BPA 7 shouldn't be in the conversation. Well, he is in the conversation, King James, because he's the best defensive player in this draft, and I think he's a top 10. He's definitely a top 10 talent at the linebacker spot. Not only the linebacker spot, I think he's a top 10 prospect in this draft. So I got him at around 9. I think 8 or 9. I don't have that book with me either, but I like him at around 8 or 9 as a prospect itself. In the draft, though, I think he's definitely definitely an option at 7. He's too good not to be. Guy's only been playing linebacker for 2 years. Wasn't even recruited as a linebacker out of high school, and moved to linebacker and just dominated his team. Dominated. He led his team in tackles as a freshman, started 1 game, and then the next year he improved, and then he sat out 2020. He would have played this year. If he would have played, guaranteed he'd be a top 5 guy. Just my opinion. If Slater are gone, trade back, it's definitely an option. It's definitely an option. It just all depends, too. There could be other guys there, too. It just all depends what they're looking for. But if they're gone, I don't think both of them will be gone, though. I think one of those guys will be there. Yeah, man, it was definitely fun doing that draft, man. We got to do another one soon. So many guys. I just got so many prospects here, man. I love it. I love writing down all this stuff. I love looking through stuff. Love watching film on players. That's the way you have to do it, man. If you really want to get a good gauge on these guys, you have to watch good film, bad film, highlights, lowlights. That's how I think you should do it. But it's not easier. It's not as easy as it sounds, man. But it's fun doing it, man. I have a blast doing it. I just don't know where. Here's a good one. Who's your best D line after Barmore? I like Tyler Shelvin or Davion Nixon. Good tackles. I like Jalen Twyman, the kid out of Pittsburgh. Kind of a one-year wonder kind of guy, but 10.5 sacks as a defensive tackle. Can't go wrong there. And I like guys like Jay Tufeli, probably destroying his name, out of USC. And there's another guy that's a tough name to say, Onwuzurike Levi, like him too. Marvin Wilson, the kid out of Florida State. There's a lot of good defensive tackles coming out, man. Just a ton. It's weird, though. It's like there's not like a crazy top 10 defensive player to get. Besides, I think Micah Parsons. And after that, it kind of falls off. But then you can get really good players later on in the draft. But you never know. Like someone like a guy like Dan Campbell might be infatuated with a guy like Marvin Wilson. I don't think he'll ever go in the first round, but you never know. It's not going to happen, but you just never know, right? Greedy Williams better than Khalil Hodge. For sure. One Brian, not a fan of this defensive tackle class. That's okay. Marvin Wilson, greater than Tyler Shelvin. Man, I think so too. If he's anything like Kenny Clark, man, that would be a bonus. That would definitely be a bonus. Eric Stokes, man, I think that's a guy. That's a kid out of Georgia, right? Got a lot of good speed on him. I don't think he's the greatest in coverage. I can't believe how fast he was, though. I know he's one of the fastest corners out there. He's like I don't know, man. I don't really have him on my board, but his speed alone will get him drafted. John Kapler, for people who want a wide receiver over the tackle, look for my next video. I'll tell you why we want the Lions to draft the tackle. I think it's more important the wide receiver, even though, like I said 1,000 times, man, this wide receiver room scares me. It's not very good, but I think getting the tackle would solidify this right side of the whole line, because I think the left line's pretty solid. We got Decker. You got what's his name over there, Jonah Jackson at guard. Ragnow in the middle there. So, but that right side suspect, man. What are they going to do with Big V? Are they going to put him to guard? You got Logan Stenberg waiting too at guard. Matt Nelson, Tyrell Crosby at right tackle. it's kind of a mystery. And if we were to take a tackle, that would almost solidify that whole line, because you can move Big V to guard, still develop Stenberg, have him wait out maybe a year or two until Big V's ready to go, move on, and then eventually, hopefully, Stenberg's ready to go by then. Like, it would be perfect. You can get like a Sewell, who I don't think is going to be there, but you can get a Slater, who I think is an absolute stud. I think he's more versatile. I think he can play up and down the line. I just like him a little bit better than Sewell. I do. Just because of his versatility, that's all. It's all good, Chase Bishop, man. Welcome to the chat, buddy. Welcome. It's all good, man. Got your late slip. What's going on, Don Burr? Martell Melton. What up, Mark Orum? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man. Easier said than done, bro. It's easier said than done. Everybody wants to do it, but it's easier said than done. It's just, you have to make sure they want to do it too, right? You got to make sure that New England wants to do it, or Dallas wants to do it. Dallas might want to trade up and get Pitts, right? If Pitts is there, you never know. But they're going to want to have to do it. Like everyone says, yeah, I'm trading back. Okay. You can say that all you want, man, but it has to be mutual, man. There's got to be a mutual understanding there. It's not just like everyone gets mad at a lot of teams, especially, like Lions fans get mad at a lot of GMs going, I can't believe he didn't trade back, or I can't believe he didn't do this. Well, how do you know he even tried? Like, you know what I mean? So we have to have two suitors that want to do it, man. It has to be both guys, both teams that want to do it, and everyone's got to be on board for it. So it's easier said than done, man. I'm kind of hoping it happens like that, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. Hit like and subscribe, or the Lions will drop the guard at 7. Hey, Slater can play guard. Just saying. I just like most mocks have us going Devonta Smith. We need defense. You won't get better if you don't address. We need to not be at the bottom. Yeah, exactly, bro. We were bottom of the barrel in almost every defensive statistical category in the NFL. We were like, it's like, you know what I mean? We were terrible in everything. Couldn't stop the run, couldn't stop the pass, couldn't stop scoring against us, couldn't stop yards against, rushing through the air, all of it. Causing turnovers, everything. And people want to draft a wide receiver, right? And people want to draft a wide receiver. And I'm not saying a guy at 7 is going to completely solve this defense. It's not going to happen, man. It's not reality, but it's a start. It's a start because it's a guy that's never coming off the field, a guy like Parsons. And you build around him. Imagine him and Romeo coming off that edge sometimes with Parsons right behind Romeo, doing some stunts, doing some switches. They're doing whatever they can. You know what I mean? One of those guys is getting through. One of them. With a wide receiver, yes, there's some great ones in the first round. I understand that. But for a guy that's going to touch the ball, man, maybe 5 times a game, 6 times a game as a rookie, maybe. It's not a way to build your team, man. It's just not a way. That's not the way to build. 31. Yeah, there you go. He's 31 years old, man. I thought he was older. But that's old. That's ancient, man. That is completely ancient. I don't like that, and he's probably not going to be here that much longer. If we take Pitts, he's type of play as wide receiver. I'm time to play as a high tight end. Yeah, they never know, man. He could definitely play the wide receiver position, probably. Played it in college, right? He set out wide a lot. But I've read that there's not a lot of teams that think this guy can play wide receiver yet. So I don't want to draft a guy, man, that can possibly be our next best wide receiver. Even though I think he's a stud, I just don't see it at 7. Huge need, brother. Huge. I like Andre Cisco, too. I like him. I like Andre Cisco. He's one of the guys. Oh, there he is, Zach J. Andre Cisco, man. Yeah. I like him a lot, actually. Thank you, Travis Doyley. $5 super chat. What's your thought on Amon St. Brown? I think we should take him there in the third round. If he's there in the third round, I like him. Kid out of US. Did he go USC? Yeah, I think he went to USC, right? I do like him. Where do I have him listed? I got him listed somewhere. Where do I got him listed in my book of Orum's Forum? I got him somewhere. Where do I got him? I got him at 7. I got him as the 7th best wide receiver. No, sorry, 8. I got Sage Surratt. I got Terrace Marshall around there too. I like him, man. Missed some time this year, though. He's a second-round guy. 6 foot, 6'1", 200 pounds. I like him, bro. I think he's going to be gone in the second round, though. But if he's there in the third, that would be nice, man. That would be nice. I have no problems with Amon St. Brown. I know the Dern and ISN loves him. He's a big fan of St. Brown, and I think his older brother plays for the Packers too, right? For sure, man. He'd be like a Travis Kelce, has a big body outside. He's gonna be a stud. Richie Grant. You'd probably get him in the third round, Grant, eh? I would think. Richie Grant is the guy I'm pounding the table for sure, brother. One pride that Fehoko kid, he got the size, the speed. I need to watch some film. Looking on. All right, these nuts. All right, here he is. It's the same 20 guys we made every day now. It's all kind of gems up there, not just Cox. Yeah, man, absolutely. 100% these nuts. People are asking me about him, so hey, you keep doing you, bro. I'm pounding the table for Paris Ford. Another good safety, right? I got a lot of these guys written down and just check out Jane and Derek Forrest from Cincinnati. I think they're two of the best safeties in the draft, and no one's talking about them. Derek Forrest, I haven't really heard about. Wiggins, I have. Any clue who's going to be a return man after Agnew? I know Damian Ratley has some skill. Khalif Raymond, I think, is going to be the guy, though. That's the wide receiver we picked up who played for Tennessee the last few years. I think he's going to be the return guy. I think he's got it locked right now, as of right now. So another unspoken bet. I've got a really good tight end as they don't get paid much. Kittle's making like 15, Kelce like 14. I know, that's insane. I find that insane. That's probably going to change one day. I had the show on my big screen. I was away from Yeah, draft day 1 covers, guys, will be on Micro Mike's page. Not sure what time we're starting that off. I don't even know what time the draft starts. It's day 1, so it's probably later. I know the NFL Network will have it on all day, probably from like 12, but I'm not sure what time we're going on. Probably just before the draft, I would think, maybe like before it actually starts. But you'd have to ask Mike that. What's up, Ron Pine Nation? Yeah, man, the Tigers look bad today, bro. I kind of turned it off after I saw that School was getting beat up, and then I'll go back and watch the rest later on. Khalif Raymond looks like the number 1 return. Yeah, for sure. 100%, man. What's going on, Kenneth Womack? How you doing, brother? How you doing on a Saturday here, man? Man, there's a lot of good guys at 7, man. That's the thing. Like, don't really fully expect guys to drop. Like, you know what I mean? Like the team to drop. Like, you know what I mean? To drop back. I think it's starting to get more and more of less of it happening because of some of these trades that have been going on with teams getting quarterbacks and stuff like that. And, you know, I think Carolina is obviously out of the mix now. And then, so Denver could be a possibility, but they'll be jumping someone from behind them now. They won't be jumping Carolina. So it's just it kind of like the percentage went down a little bit. So that's what I'm saying. This year draft is stronger. I think we just use some of those ramp people. We could, 100%, man. There's no saying what Brad Holmes could do anything with those picks. We've got two future number ones. You know, like he doesn't necessarily have to move up either. He could acquire multiple picks with one of those. But this is all brand new. This is all brand new. We don't know what Brad Holmes is going to do. We don't have a clue what he's going to do. And I think it's a breath of fresh air. Yeah, well, maybe he would have. I don't think he would have. He improved every year he played. I don't see why he would have. But you never know, though, man. He could have got hurt. He could have had a down year. Who knows, man? I personally think he would have shot himself up the boards even more. That's the thing, right? I got all the faith. It's all about faith right now. We don't really know what we're getting too much. From what it sounds like and looks like, that we're getting a coach that's not going to stand for a lot of stuff negative. He doesn't want a lot of negativity in this city. He doesn't want a lot of people talking down about his team. So I think they're really trying to build a winner. It's going to take a bit, man. The Quintricia era, man, they dumped on this team, man. They hurt this team a lot, I think, man. Well, I don't think, I know. They set us back a couple years, man, a few years. Not as bad as the Millen era. Millen era set us back every year he was here. So it was like 8 to 10 years he was here, or 8, 9 years. He set us back, man, 15 years. Personally, I think he did. But guys like, Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, they're smarter. They're just smarter football guys. Next year's full of defensive guys. Yeah, there's that defensive end out of Thibodeau. Thibodeau's one of them. Who else, man? There's a couple good corners, a couple good linebackers. Yeah, there's some good guys probably that are going to go in the top 10. You guys are doing this latest research. I want players stand out. Football IQ is probably the most furious on seizing effort. Rawr, attack time. That's it, buddy. We need to pound the ball effectively for once, Our defense at least won't be that unacceptable trash it was before. That's the thing, Vash, man. We have to be able to run the football, but you also have to be able to play defense to run the football. It's a two-way street, man. Everyone says, yeah, draft the tackle and we can run the football. No, that's not it. That's part of it. That's definitely part of it. But you have to be able to stop teams from scoring to run the football. Because when you're down 14 points, what are you doing? You're throwing the ball, right? You can't throw down every down, but you're majority throwing the football, playing catch-up. And how do you play catch-up? By throwing the ball. That's how you – and that's not really ideal. Like, you know what I mean? We had a guy here for 12 years, man, number 9. And he was surrounded by some good weapons, right? Some nice weapons. Terrible running games, up and down O-line, one great defense, and he was always playing catch-up. A lot was his fault, a lot was the defense, a lot was the running back situation. It's you know what I mean? But we never had a running game, we never had a defense to help him, man. Like, one time is not enough. One time is just not enough. And that's what we need here, man. We need help for our quarterback. We need help for everybody on this team. It's got to be a balance. We can't just be one-dimensional like we have been for the past 12 years. We were a team that you were going up against as a defensive unit, and you were playing the Lions. What was your main objective? Stop Matt Stafford. That's it. Stop Matt Stafford, because we're not worried about your running back situation. We're not really worried about your defense. Stop Stafford. Hold up on one. Try to lock down at least one of those wide receivers. Almost impossible to lock down Calvin, but you know what I mean? But he was the only one really eating, you know what I mean? You guys, you had Nate Burleson and had some big years. There's a few other guys that had some big years, but the main objective was to stop the quarterback, man. And that's just not the way it should be. It should be stop everybody. He's not my number one safety, but I like him, bro. When they said build it, they will come, they were talking about the O-line. Hey, man, I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. I just, I have my favorites. You guys have your favorites. Slater is my number 2 guy that I want drafted, though. I will tell you that because I don't think Sewell's going to be that. But I'm all for getting that. I'm all for fixing that right side, man. Fix that right side. That would be beautiful. I'm not asking a lot, man. Really not. What's going on, Go Lions? How you doing, buddy? Khalil Hodge, that guy run like that dude never got a camp. People pounding the table for him. We drafted that Putz, man, right? He didn't even go to I don't even know if he even went to the combine. I don't remember, man. He's an afterthought, man. He is an absolute afterthought. I'll tell you the truth. I haven't heard too much of TJ Vasher, man. I got to check him out. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I have to check a guy out. Like I don't have him written down here. Don't have him written down. Jarrah has a disease, only cures winning the offseason. That's all he ever wants to do. I like Joe Tryon, man. I think he can play some linebacker in the NFL. He's a little bit smaller guy. I think he can play some outside linebacker, be a nice addition to that pass rush. I'd like him in maybe the 3rd round, maybe. He could go 2nd, though. He has an illness, all right. It's called he lost his dang mind. For sure, man. Unless Jerry wants to give up a haul for us. Apparently he's enamored, Tone. Apparently he's enamored, man. He wants to move up to get him. I don't know. Get on the phone with the Lions. I personally don't think he's going to move up to draft the tight end. Move up and draft the tight end. I don't see it, but it is Jerry Jones, man. He's done some weird stuff, man. Mark, look up Zach Davidson. He's a local boy out of Webb City. 6'7", 245, tight end. Okay, I'll look him up. He's capable of playing any type. He's capable of playing guard or center, though. That's the thing about him, man. He can do it all. I thought he did play a little bit of guard. I know he was a right tackle, right, when he went up against Jamar Chase a couple years ago. I know he's capable of playing every position up and down that line, all 5 spots. So it's a guy that I'm definitely enamored with, man. My thoughts on Justin Fields. I like him, man, the quarterback, right, at Ohio State. I'm not really a big believer in saying that just because he went to Ohio State, he's not going to be a good quarterback. I don't like the fact that you're hearing stuff that he's got that lazy work ethic, and then the next day it gets rebutted and said, no, he's the first guy in the building and he's the last guy out. Like, there's got to be reasons why there's some negativity towards it, but he's a big kid. He can run. He's got a big arm. I do like him. I have nothing against him. I kind of don't want him at 7, though, but Lions, and our defense looked like that movie Little Giants. They sucked. Oh, man. Been a while since I saw that flick, man. Or Jared Goff. My thoughts on Jared Goff is I think he's a 2-year window here. 2-year, right? I just think he's kind of on an audition, I want to say. 6 years in the league, and I really think he's auditioning. I do. I don't think he's the franchise. I don't think he's the future. The fumbles and the interceptions do concern me with him. He needs a really good running game to be what's it called? He needs a really good running game to be successful. He needs to have a really good play action scheme going on. He has a decent arm. You know, he doesn't have number 9's arm, but nobody really does. There's only a couple guys in the league that do. It's Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. But he's a guy that I do like. At first I was really mad that we picked him up, man. I was like infuriated. Like it's like why him? But you know, he's been to the show. He's won a couple playoff games, not by himself, obviously, but he's got some experience. He's very young. Like he's got a lot of experience for being a young guy. So it's time to just give him a chance. Fields is good, man. I think I have him. I had him high. I think I got him as my 4th guy too as well. I got Lawrence, Zach Wilson. I had Trey Lance there, but Wilson kind of lately. It changes all the time, man. But I got Zach Wilson, and I got Lance as my 3, and then I got Fields as my number 4. I heard that every team that doesn't have Pitts to 10-1 is because they have him as a wide receiver. It could be, man, but I know for a fact he came out and said himself, I believe that no team has talked to him about being a wide receiver. So that still doesn't mean nothing. You know what I mean? It just, it's just teams not saying anything. But I don't know if he could play. Like, who knows if he can play wide receiver in the NFL? Who knows? He's athletic enough for sure to do it. Got the speed, but it is a little bit of a different animal than tight end. But if anybody can do it, it's probably that kid, because that kid's just he is special. Who you want to address, brother? I like time he's going to mid-second check out Cameron Sample, defensive end, Tulane. He's nice. He's a unicorn. No, man. Hey, man, there's a lot of people that do agree with him, Martel. You're not the only one, dude. Trust me. You're not the only one that wants the O-line addressed. There's a lot of people in here that want this offensive tackle fixed. I'm one of them. It's my secondary need, I think. I think our defense is number 1 priority. And I think we have to address it pretty much immediately. Like, you know what I mean? I'd like to do it the first couple rounds, but I think we still need a wide receiver. So it's just there's so many needs, and we just so many needs, so many little picks. That's the problem. Biggest losers in free agency? I think Chicago was one of them. Losing guys like Fuller than gaining a guy like Andy Dalton, the quarterback. I think that's awful. I think that's terrible. I think it's good for us, though. Who else? Man? I think my Giants kind of, they've been just like throwing darts at the wall, man, hoping to get, they acquired Kenny Golladay, which was their biggest signing. I think they got a lot of, I don't know. I don't think they're necessarily losers, but I'd definitely say the Chicago Bears, man. That's for one. In the AFC, not really paying attention too much about other teams, man, except for my Giants and the Lions, like for real. Don't really know, man. But Chicago's definitely one of them. Green Bay too, maybe, because losing Corey Linsley, best guard in the, top 2, top 3 guard in the NFL, losing him to the Chargers. I think that's terrible. Did they lose somebody else too? I forget. So he's different. He totally is different, man. He's in a class of his own, man. You haven't seen this type of talent at the tight end spot in a long, long time, man. So and he's shooting up draft boards. For a reason, man. For a reason. I just don't think it's wise to do it at 7. I just don't think it'll be the proper way to build, man. I just don't think it helps the rebuild. I really don't, man. Would I be mad if they went a quarterback? I guess it all depends on the quarterback. You know, we're not going to get Trevor Lawrence, obviously, and I don't think we're going to get Zach Wilson. What San Francisco does, if they take Mac Jones, if we can get like a Trey Lance, you know, I like Lance as my third guy, kind of. So I'd be okay if it was Lance. Fields, I'd be like, oh man, I don't think I'd be mad. I'd just be like, well, like now you got a quarterback controversy. Okay. Now you got a quarterback controversy, which is fine to really have. It's okay to have a quarterback controversy, but then you're like, who's Justin Fields going to be throwing the football to? You know what I mean? I'd rather have Jared Goff throwing to this misfit of wide receivers. Because that's what it is. It's a bunch of misfits, man. I'm sorry to say it, but that to me, that's what it is. It's misfits, man. Like totally. I'd rather have a guy that's been in the league for 5-6 years throwing the football to those guys. Don't get me wrong, man. They're talented, okay? I know I can't do what they do. It's not about that, but I just think it'd be career suicide for a guy like a rookie quarterback to come in and go, okay, well, you're throwing the ball. Your number one wide receiver is Tyrell Williams. And then your number 2 is Brashad Perryman. Your 3 is Quintez Cephas. And then you got a punt returner as your number 4. Like, I think it'd be disastrous. So it'll be like, if you draft the quarterback, he's sitting at least for a year. You know what I mean? This might be the first time the draft community changed my opinion on a player to this degree. Tone T, you need to get a jersey, bro, of Kyle Pitts. Promise me you're going to get one, buddy. Draft starts at 8 p.m. I thought 7 or 8. I usually take that day off work anyways. Have for the past couple of years. Yes, I am, honey. I'm taking it off. Raymond served times well, lines and good job picking. Yeah. He'll be the punt returner / kick returner. Nobody ever kick returns anymore, but yeah, he's our guy. Got some speed, man. And Damian Ratley might be a guy too, man. Keep an eye on him. You've been watching film, huh, Tone? Oh, he loves the Kyle Pitts film. Cy Gray. At the moment, I believe there's only 3 projected all-pro caliber players in this year's draft. Lawrence, I agree. Sewell and Pitts. If one is sitting there at 7 or got a position, take him. Yeah, I totally agree with you on Lawrence and Sewell. I do. Even though Sewell, I think, has a little bit, some bad tape on him, but it can be easily coached up, and he's just got that it factor. Pitts could be. I'm not going to say he's all pro just yet because he has to change over that position. I think it's going to be tough. Not only can Rondell Moore punt return kicks, he wants to. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, man, that's what they got to say too, right? You know, if you're in that Zoom meeting or whatever these guys are doing, and the coach asks you, "Hey, do you want to return punts and kicks?" Don't say no. You better say yes. Do not say no. But he's a guy that can 100% do it. He reminds me of a Tyreek Hill. He's got that Tyreek Hill feel to me. Ben Diesel, what's up, brother? This is legit an all-star coaching staff. I love the coaching staff, man. It's, you know, a lot of former players. Most of them, I think, are former players, and all football guys. And they're excited to be here, which you didn't really see that from the other regimes, you know. And everyone's got different attitudes and stuff like that. You saw the hype from guys like Jim Schwartz. Like, you saw that kind of hype, who was fired up to be here, which was good. But coaching staff, man, you never really seen it too much. Like, you know, we had, what's his name, Robert Prince was a pretty fired up guy that we had as a wide receiver coach here before, but I think they ended up letting him go. Brought in what's his name, dude out of wow, I can't believe I can't remember his name. Randall L. Antoine Randall L. Brought him over. All former players, man. So it's like it's nice. Hit like and subscribe or crispy barbecue your kneecaps. That's for sure, man. What's your thoughts on our quarterbacks? They need help. I like Okuda. I liked him coming out in college, man. 3 is obviously a little bit high to grab him. You know, you can say that. You can say that now. You can say it all the time, I guess, about corners. Never draft a corner too high. Only one way to go but up with Okudah. You know what I mean? Only one way to go but up. I do like his skill set. I like Aurora as the number 2. I think our nickel is very suspect. You know, we brought in guys like Corn Elder, brought in another safety. Who else have we brought in? Man, we got Michael Ford here. Mike Ford as another nickel corner. We need help. We definitely need help. And one guy's getting drafted for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if they went in round 2 and drafted a corner. I really wouldn't. I really like Elijah Molden. That's the guy I actually like a lot, man. Like the 2nd, 3rd round. You know what I mean? This is how real front offices carry themselves. Never show your hand at 10. I love it, man. It's just it's a breath of fresh air, Don Burr. It's an absolute breath of fresh air. Something we haven't seen here in I can't remember. I can't remember. Yeah, Stingley, that's a guy. That's a guy that's going to be high up. Stingley, man. I don't think I have a record of I don't think I wrote down. I don't think I did write down my top 100 for next year. I got it somewhere written down. I don't know if it's this book. I got a couple books. Then I got a ton of books, man. Ton of books that I write in. It's not in this book. This is a freshie. Stingley, though, man, he's from LSU, right? He'll be a top 3, top 5 prospect for sure. Definitely a good prospect, though. Definitely a good prospect. He'll be a top 5. I think he'll be a top 5, at least, prospect coming out next year. Feels good to actually see what we got a competent GM playing with teams' heads, not your hand, like we did with Okudah. Yeah, I know, man. Everyone's a little bit bitter about the Okudah pick, and I get it. I get it. Yeah, throw the ball effectively at ahead, run the ball effectively, stay ahead. That's it, man. You got to play defense, Joey. You got to play defense, bro. You don't play defense in this league, man. You're playing catch up constantly, and then you're one dimensional. Then you're one dimensional, man, and you're praying that your defense can make a play or two for you. And then if you don't have a good defense, time to punch out. You know what I mean? It's time to punch out, man, because you're just going to get railroaded. You're going to get railroaded, man, and you just have to be able to play some defense to run the ball. People have to realize that, man. Just because you grab an offensive tackle in the first round does not mean all of a sudden, well, running game is solved. It's fixed. No, it's not, man. It's really not. Because then you're going to be asking that guy, if you don't address this defense, you don't fix it, then you're just going to be asking that kid to be pass blocking all day. And O-linemen don't like the pass block. Talk to one O-lineman, I'm telling you right now, they don't like to do it, man. They all want to run block, man. They all want to run block. One reason I'm pumped on Goff, he did good without Megatron. Huh? What's up, bro? Goff never played with Megatron. I think he got Goff and Stafford mixed up. Like, he did good with some pretty good wide receivers in LA, you mean? Is that what you mean? Maybe I'm reading that wrong. Money bags, Vernon. Oh, yeah, look at that. Defense wins rings, period. Tampa just showed us that, and all the other teams that won Super Bowl. Plenty of receivers in the draft and tackles in second round. I agree with you. I think this defense needs to be addressed first and foremost. And, if they ignore it, which I don't think they will, it's impossible to when you're like the 31st, 32nd ranked defense in almost every frigging category alive. So it's like there's no way they're going to ignore it, bro. I agree with you, Vernon. Is it bad that I'm excited for streakers on the field this year? The guy wearing a pay. You would be. That's up, Jorge. Cheers, Mark. Bet is still on. What's the bet again, bro? What's the bet again? You got to remind me, man. I got the mind of a 95-year-old man, dude. Seriously, you got to just remind me, brother. Yeah, but that's not very big, though, man. That's not very big. I think that's not very big to play as a 3-down edge rusher. You know what I mean? I think he's a little bit, he's smaller than that, man. Joe Tryon. He's not 260 unless he gained 20 pounds, because I got him written down in here. I got him written down in here, Joe Tryon. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. He's, unless he gained 20, 30 pounds, bro. You know what I mean? He must have gained weight, because he wasn't 260 at his playing weight, man. Not from what I can remember. Where the hell do I got him written at? There we go. I got him written there. Yeah, man. Where do I got this guy written at? I think I might have put him under my linebacker category, because he could play linebacker. He's going to probably play a linebacker in the NFL. You know what I'm saying, bro? And 260 ain't very big. You got him written down here at 250. 250. So maybe, I don't know, maybe he gained a little bit of weight. I don't know, 6'4". I'm at 6'4", 250. So I don't know. Did he gain 15, 20 pounds? 250, that's almost linebacker position for me, man. I think he's going to play. I think he's going to play linebacker. He can get to the quarterback. He can do some things, right? So nah, bro, I don't have to stop looking at him as a tight end, dude, because I that's what he is right now. That's what he is. There's no guarantee, Steve-O, that this guy's going to step into the NFL and play wide receiver. Strictly wide receiver. It's not a guarantee. Will he do it? Maybe. There's a great possibility that he will, but it's not in stone that's going to happen. He said it even himself, man. Teams are not even talking to him about playing wide receiver. And I don't think he's even fazed by it. He's not even fazed by it. You know what I mean? So it's not for sure. It's not for sure. Let's see if he can do it first. Before we label this guy the next Travis Kelce, Rob Gronkowski. You know what I mean? Like, well, Travis Kelce is more of a wide receiver in a tight end's body. You know what I mean? So do I have any under the radar online prospect? I like the kid from Michigan, Mayfield. I like him. I like Cosme. You know, he's not really under the radar. The guys that you might be able to get a little bit later on down the road, Redunes might be a guy that you might be able to get to as well. There's a lot of good alignment coming out in this draft, man. There's a ton. Who else do I have written down here? Those old linemen. I write so much stuff down, I don't even know where to go. I'll give you a guard that I kind of like. I'll give you a guard. Where do I got it? I got some guards written down here. I like a guy like maybe a Royce Newman out of Ole Miss. I like him as a guard. You might get him in the 5th round. Might be a guy that can, do some things. He's versatile. So I like a guy like that, man. My thoughts on Kyle Trask. Basically a 1-year kind of guy, man. Threw a bunch of touchdowns, obviously, man. Had a great year. I don't like his mobility. Has a big arm. I don't like the fact that he can't run at all, really, man. He's just not really super athletic. You're going to need a really good blocking O-line if you're going to have a kid like this. He's a statue, man. He's basically a statue back there. But it's got a big arm. I don't want the Lions to draft him, though. I really, really don't want them to draft him. Woo, Chris Green. I'm glad they didn't pay him, man. I'm glad the Lions didn't. I wanted him back as a Detroit Lion. I really did, but I think the Giants paid too much. We'll see how he does. Yeah, the Packers were losers, man. Hit like and subscribe if you would sacrifice a kneecap for a Lions Super Bowl. Yeah, man, they repaid Aaron Jones. I forgot about that too. I don't think that was a very good re-sign. I thought they were maybe going to stick with AJ Dillon and somehow keep Jamal Williams, but we got Jamal Williams back. So if I was to take anybody out of there, I'd take Mills. I like Mills better. You hate the offseason in Chicago? Yeah. Well, man, you guys got duped, man. It was almost a guarantee. It was almost a guarantee that Russell Wilson was going there, man. All of a sudden, you wake up the next day and it's Andy Dalton. That's crazy, dude. I feel for you guys, man. If you guys weren't, like, even though you're Chicago Bears fans, man, and I'm not, and I just don't really feel too much love for the Chicago Bears. I felt that one. I was like, whoa, that's rough. But good for us, though, I think. But Dalton won't be your guy. I mean, I still think you might get Russ next year. I think it's almost in the works, man. I think it's pretty much going to happen, man. That's my nightmare, actually. So it's funny how we make fun of everybody. And we make fun of the Bears for that, man. And next thing you know, Russell Wilson is going to be the quarterback for the Chicago Bears in the next 4 years. So Brendan Walsh, thanks, brother, for $1.99. I think it's a sticker. Is that what that is, or is it a comment? There's no comment, my man. But thank you for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate it a lot, brother. Yeah, man, Sam Howell is the number one guy, right? Then, you got Rattler. You got Spencer Rattler as the next guy. I don't know. We could be picking number one, too, and I really don't want – I'd rather go the tight end. Like, what's his name? Thibodeau. I think he's going to be an absolute monster. Travis Doyley with the $5 super chat. I appreciate it a lot, my man. I do, man. What do you think of the Lions draft Parsons at 7 and then traded back up at the first to go get – bro, I lose it. If we did something like that, man, I lose it in a good way, okay? Let's get that out of the way right now, man. I would go nuts, man. I would go nuts. I think that would be great. I don't really want to give up picks, though. I don't want to give up picks, but we had those two linebackers on our squad, man. You got a guy that plays the run phenomenally in Parsons, get to the quarterback, plays some zone coverage. You know what I mean? He's better on a read and react type linebacker. Then you got Jock, who's phenomenal in coverage, probably the best linebacker and as a coverage linebacker in this draft. Flies all over the football, so got the speed, got the length. Not very big though. Versatile, maybe even play a little bit safety at times. I just don't think we can trade back. We don't have the firepower, man. And I really don't want to use like a future first-round pick to go up and get a guy like that. But linebacking core will be set, man. You get those two guys, you build around those two guys, it'd be nuts, man. When Pride's calling it SOL, I don't think I'd call that SOL. I'd be saying that we don't have the ammo. So I guess it could say SOL. I guess you could. Dreaming of Sewell, not likely, but would overdose on Kool-Aid if he falls to the Lions. A lot of people feel that way, brother. I like Sewell. I just don't think he's going to be there, man. So I'm not getting my hopes up for that guy. I'll be shocked if he's there at 7. Absolutely shocked. Do you see them making a splash trade? What's up, Will Myros? I know I'm butchering your name, brother. Sorry, buddy. Do you see them making a splash trade? No. I really don't, man. Unless they trade up, which I don't think they're going to do. That'd be a splash trade, but I don't see it, man. Not in this year's draft. Not enough ammo. Not a fan of even one linebacker in the first. Never mind spending the capital for trading back up in the first for another linebacker. Oh, well, hey, man. Everyone's got their preference, brother. You don't like any of the linebackers in the first? You only okay. I get it. There's going to be probably at least probably 3 of them, I think, go in the first. 3 for sure, I would think. I think there's around 20% chance that Sewell makes it to the Lions, but I'd rather have Slater. Same here, bro. Me and you were on that Slater train. I don't think he's going to be there. The Bengals will be silly to trade up. If they draft a weapon, why? Their weapons aren't that bad right now. You know what I mean? It's not like you're going to be good this year. You're going to have a chance to get another weapon next year. I don't know, man. I think it'd be awful for Cincinnati to pass up on a guy like Sewell. Ugh. Yeah, speed. You see it in our free agent pickups, man. Yeah, 100%. Because it was obvious. Pretty much it was the pick. Everybody knew it. I think he pretty much. It was obvious he wasn't drafting a quarterback. It was obvious he wasn't doing that. They loved Stafford at the time. They never really played the game like, oh man, maybe we'll take a quarterback. I was hoping it was going to be Isaiah Simmons. I think Isaiah Simmons is going to be a baller in the NFL. He struggled a little bit. He struggled in the first half of the year this year, but after the second half, he started playing a lot better. Got a couple sacks, man, a pick, forced fumble. Like he was making some plays, collecting some tackles, But he was a train wreck the first half of the season. But I love Isaiah Simmons. I think he would have been a better pick. I would have drafted a quarterback last year and kept him or traded him for a random. Yeah, man. I know, bro. A lot of people wanted a quarterback. A lot of people wanted Tua. I think Tua is gonna. I don't think Tua is gonna be good in the NFL. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think we were gonna get a guy like Herbert. I didn't think we were gonna take a quarterback for one. So I didn't do much homework on Herbert in college. I knew him coming out. He was more of a guy that was kind of stuck in a system that wasn't really like. It seems like it wasn't really him. He's an athletic quarterback with a big arm, but he had some question marks coming out, man. His love for the game, like his leadership. So, but Micro Mike, man, our guy, he's an Oregon fan. He wanted him badly. He knew what type of quarterback he was. All honesty, telling you when he came out, I was like, I wasn't banging the table for him. I wanted Isaiah Simmons. I wanted Chase Young, but it just wasn't happening, man. Washington took him. So I thought Washington might have took Tua. That might have been like, all right, man, we need a quarterback. So, but they ended up making the right pick in Chase Young. So, yeah, that too, man. It was do or die, man. They were fighting for their jobs, man. They weren't going to draft a developmental quarterback and say, okay, well, let's hope, right? If they would have got maybe the okay, like, hey, man, if you take a quarterback, we'll give you another year. Maybe they would have done that, but they obviously didn't do that, man. Pitts or Chase is the bet. Okay, Pitts or Chase by Miami, right, bro? By Miami, right? You're going to have to remind me, my friend. Pitts or Chase by Miami, right? Or Detroit. Let me know, bro. I take Pitts. Didn't they bring in Parsons 2 or 3 times? We will draft him in the first. I know they talked to him. They talked to him a couple times. They've talked to him like at least twice that I know of. I think third time or something like that was at the actual pro day. I don't think they actually physically brought him in just because of all this COVID stuff. But actually, I don't really know. But I know they've talked to him 2 or 3 times for sure. $262. Okay, bro. I'll take your word for it, man. But I got him written down here. What's his name? Tyron I believe you, bro, at 250. So, and I know that I have him written down too as possibly being a linebacker. So that's a big linebacker at 260 plus, man. Woof. But I'm not going to fight you on that, brother. No tears in the locker room, knowing. I wish I was as confident as you, bro, knowing who we're going to pick, dude. I really do, man, because I really wish I had that same, like, we're not taking this guy. Like, I wish I knew, bro. I don't. We can't say that, man. You don't know. You know what I mean? I believe we should trust this staff and live with whatever happens. That's exactly what I'm doing, man. Like, I can already see the anger coming from Lions fans, man. Only way I'm going to be mad is at this if they take a wide receiver in the first round. Only because this wide receiver class is loaded, man. You can get a good one in the 4th. You know what I mean? You can get a good one in the 4th. That's the only time I'll be mad because we don't need a wide receiver this year. We don't. We're not going to be good anyways, man. Joe Tryon waiting on his pro day at 259. Okay. 259. So the guys Yeah. All right. He's about 260. Okay. He's about 260, man. I thought it was 250. That's what I got written down in my book. I don't know where I got that info from because I write down so much. I read so much. Must have got from one of those sites. I don't know if it was that. I try to go when I try to get actual weights, man. I think I find the best weights to go to is their actual school page. Honestly, go online and you go to their school. They usually don't do the WWE thing and pump up their weight or downgrade their weight. It's usually pretty accurate. That personally I've found. Like, you buy a magazine, you get like you go online and go on a mock draft, and you'll see that like some weights they're not real. So, but I think I found him at his school, and it was like 252 or something like that. That's what he was. So I think that kid's playing linebacker in the NFL. I really, really do. I say it's a guarantee page. He could. He's definitely going to be able to. He's definitely going to be able to line up out wide. I'm not saying he can't do that, but to make it a full-time gig, we'll see. Exactly. Hey, man, I know he doesn't want no turds. I know, bro. I know he doesn't want no turds, but how do you know what they think about Parsons? They might think he's the best thing since sliced bread, bro. We don't know. You know what I mean? I know exactly what this team wants and what this team looks. Who'd they grab in free agency that was a bit of a turd that didn't have a real good track record. Man, I wish I wrote that down too. I did a video on the guy. They just picked up someone that had some issues. That had some issues, man. That had some turd-like issues. And they picked him up and they made him a Detroit Lion. And this old regime wouldn't do stuff like that, man. I can't even think who it was, man. He had some issues. I wish I would have brought my other book down. See, this is why you got to be prepared, people. I'm an example of not being prepared right now. Yeah, Romy Aquar, 6'4", 258 as well. I think he's a little bit bigger than that now, isn't he? Yeah, he's about that. I thought he was in the 260s now, but he was a linebacker in college, Romeo, and then transferred over. I think was his last year at Notre Dame. I think it was his last year at Notre Dame. Went to defensive end and then had like 9 sacks, I believe, as a Fighting Irish, as a member of the Fighting Irish, and never ended up getting drafted, which I thought was ridiculous because I thought he was a real nice prospect coming out of school, but he was one of those tweeners, right? He did play in the 250s. If Pitts is a wide receiver 10, I still think we need to let defense come first. Pitts is going to be a stud, no matter what. I know. I get it, bro. He's going to be. He's going to be. But tight end, wide receiver, who knows, man? Kittle plays a lot of wide receiver. He plays tight end more, because he's a really good blocker. He's a really, really good blocker, Kittle. One of the best blockers in the NFL at the tight end position. One of the best. Hawk plays on line too because he's known for his blocking as well. Thing with Pitts, he probably could go to wide, probably will go to wide receiver. His blocking isn't all that great, but he's willing. He's a willing blocker. He's one of those guys that won't shy away from contact, which is something you want to see. It was the same thing with Tony. You guys remember Tony Gonzalez, obviously, man. When he came into the league, he was an awful, awful blocker. And he got told, like, you better learn how to block, man. Like, you better learn how to block. We love your style, man. We think you're going to be one of the best tight ends ever, man. But if you don't block, you're not playing. And he worked on that. He worked on that. That's, kudos to Tony G, man. Probably the best to ever do it. I'm sure to turn Hawkinson from Yakinson to Blockinson. I know. It was good that they opened it up a bit for him this year, though. They opened it up a bit more, man. I think he's going to be special. He's going to be. We already see it. So who do you think we got in the front? I heard we got Dimitrov. Man, that'd be nice. From Scott McGowan. I never heard any of those guys coming to town. Is this what you heard, that they're coming to town? I wouldn't mind a Dimitrov, man. He's a former scout. Don't know much about Scott McGowan. I'll tell you the truth. Dimitrov, though, man, he's been a scout, man. He's, he knows his players. That'd be a nice get, man, if they get out of Dimitrov. I thought he was for sure going to get a GM gig. I actually thought the Lions were going to hire him at one point. We brought him in for what's it called? An interview, I thought. No? So that's all right. No. Only thing I hope we eventually get a good OC to properly use Hawkinson. Bevel was average and Lynn is worse. Yeah, I'm not completely sold on Anthony Lynn as an offensive coordinator. I'm really not, man. He's old school. He's an old school guy. He's a guy that wants to run the football, and he's had some good running games. I know he was a Buffalo OC. I don't know what he was before that, but he's had some good running attacks as an OC. So it's probably going to be one of his main priorities is to run the football. But then, like I said, you better learn how to play defense if you want to be a running team. And you better learn how to sustain a lead and hold the lead, score points, hold teams from scoring. Because if not, we're just chucking the ball up with Jared Goff, and all you guys are going to be like, oh, man, this team is exact opposite of what they said they were going to do. You know what I mean? So get all the offensive tackles, get all the running backs you want, man. You know what I mean? Get a slew of them. Get a slew of them. But if you can't play defense, we're not running the football, guys. We're just not, man. And it will suck. That's why I think they're going to concentrate harder on defense this year. If they want to run the football, that's what they're going to have to do. We have the old linemen to do it. Stenberg is a great guard to be a run. He needs to develop, though. But hopefully he turns it up this year, plays, gets on the field. Big V, that's his strength. It's his only strength. That's what he does. You know what I mean? So, and the left side, I'm not even going to talk about the left side because the left side's good. Decker, Jonah Jackson, Ragnow in the middle. But play defense, man. And then we can run the darn football, man. Like that's just it, bro. People instead of point play. No. Get him in fantasy. Yeah. You're talking about Pitts? No, I know, bro. But I'm saying he's just saying no one's even talked to him about it. What's going on, Tristan Williams? How you doing, brother? You know what I mean? I'm just saying no one's talked to him about it. That's coming from his mouth. You know what I mean? Just ask it. How do you get comments right? Just ask a question, brother. Ask a question. Put a hashtag next to it. Hashtag M. Like that's what I'll probably start doing, guys. So I try to get to all your questions, man. Like a hashtag MO, big M, little O, big O, MO. You know what I mean? Mark Orum. That's my name. So, just ask a question, brother. That's all, man. Hunter Henry. Did he get re-signed by the Chargers? Did he go anywhere? I agree. One Pride 40, man. I thought that was a great pick. When they picked him in the third, I was like, wow, I can't believe that guy's there, man. He killed it, man. He killed it. Rutgers for 4 years or whatever it was, 3-4 years, and then he murdered it at Ohio State, man, for his final year. He's a tight end. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, baby. Just a second, guys. That's up. Back again. Just saying goodnight to my little one. She came in and say goodnight to her daddy. Henry has a beginning. He was pretty decent last year, man. He was starting to play pretty good last year, man. Henry. He was okay. He wasn't phenomenal, but he played well last year for the Chargers, I thought. Look up his numbers. He was pretty good. We need fast players that can block and wide receivers that can catch and run really fast. Well, right now, bro, we got the speed. We got the speed of those wide receivers going right now. The blocking, I don't really know what they can do in the blocking department, but they can run really fast. I know Brashad Perriman's not one of your best wide receivers out there to catch a football, but he can fly. Tyrell Williams can fly. Khalif Raymond can fly. Damian Ratley can fly. They can all run, but can you produce? And the only guy that I really, really kind of is only a little bit. I only trust these guys a little bit. Is Tyrell Williams. Is Tyrell? It's the only guy I really trust, and Cephas. But Cephas is just a really good route runner. He'll probably be our number 3. I think eventually he'll get bumped up to number 2 because I know Brashad Perriman is going down. I know that for a fact. The guy's never stayed healthy, ever. So I expect him to get hurt eventually. But the speed's there, brother. The speed is there. They probably would have put Chase Young. They probably would have played him at defensive tackle, or made him an inside linebacker somehow. Or who knows what they would have done with him. Ooh, free agent desk. I hope so, bro. I hope so. I hope so. You better hope that they actually play tough games, man. That's what I'm hoping for. Play tough, play games close, squeak a few out, show that you care. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping. And if we get the wins, we get the wins. Even better, man. If we somehow squeak out wins, I'll be so ecstatic. But I'm keeping the bar low, man. I'm keeping the bar extremely low because it's not about being disappointed. I'm disappointed every year in this team. It doesn't even matter anymore. My expectations are low. This roster is dog caca, man. It is. It really is, man. It really is. We have a few really good players, and it's like 5 of them. You know what I mean? Maybe 6. That's it, man. That's really it. There's a lot of you need to prove it's on this team. Like Akuda, he needs to prove it. Or Warrior needs to prove it, man. You know what I mean? We already know that guys like Hawkinson, Romeo, Brockers, Decker, Ragnow. Really good. There's 5 right there. Jonah Jackson's going to be good, but let's see him do it again. Let's not jump the gun. There's a lot of good guys. There's about 5 or 6, man. There's only 5 or 6 really good players on this team. So this is a work in progress, and I have no problem with it, man. I know coaches are definitely listening. 100% coaches are listening, which is good because that's the one thing that Campbell came in and said that, listen, he's like, I'm going to bring coaches to coach here. They're actually going to skip other teams to come here. And that's come full circle. That's actually happened, which is, to me, as a Lions fan, and I don't know about you guys, that's completely surprising to me. Completely surprising to me in a good way. Like wow. Like he said he was going to bring some coaches here. He's bringing some pretty good coaches. You know what I mean? So the players with the players part, I don't know what players are listening, man. You know what I mean? I like Asante Samuel, brother. I like him. You could get him in the 3rd round, man. His old man was a good corner. If he's anything like his old man. His old man was a really good corner. His dad took a lot of chances. He took back more than a few pick 6s, if I can recall. Made a lot of plays, man. I like him. I like Asante Samuel. I do, man. He's a good corner. He's one of my guys that I would draft, man. I don't know if the Lions will be free just next year and maybe the year after. I'm thinking in 2 years too, Tone. I'm thinking in 2 years. We'll have some money next year, though. We're going to have some money next year. I think it's last time I checked, but this is a long time ago, and I kind of stopped looking at the cap lately, man, because you just never get the same number, man. You just never get the same number, and I think it was somewhere around the $70 million, but that was months ago. And it could be more next year. So $60 million. Okay. So last time I checked, it was like $66 million, 66 to 70 million. So if it's $60 million, man, yeah, let's go. You got some money to spend. The thing is, you have to be. Players are going to want to have to come here, man. They just want to have to come here, man. You know what I mean? Does that include the cap penalty? Got to factor in rookie contracts at Ragnow. Ragnow is getting extended. Yeah, the cap penalty. I don't really know, man. With cutting guys, right, for dead cap money. Is that what you're talking about, Tom? But there'll be guys that'll be getting released next year too. I can see Flowers being gone next year. Probably Jamie Collins. Got to get younger, man. Got to get younger. Let's see what Trey Flowers can do with a new regime. Lions will have like 10 draft picks and a ton of money next year. Yeah, bro, more than 10. I think right now we're sitting at 12 right now. Pretty sure we're sitting at 12 because we're going to get a ton of comp picks, man. We're getting at least 4. We're going to get at least 4, and you can only get a total of 4, I believe. So you got the 7 plus the other one from LA. That's 8. And you get probably for sure 3 comp picks. So 11 and probably 4. So 12. I think we're sitting at around 12, man. Do something good with those picks, though. Don't be the Miami Dolphins, man. The Miami Dolphins are so close, man. If they can get something, they can get their picks right. Wow. Reg's contract won't be that high. Well, he's going to get paid, man. He's going to be he'll be the first or second highest paid center in the league. He's going to set. He's going to set a price. Guaranteed he will. The team that has had the best free agent year is Tampa. Yeah, re-signing everybody. I get that's the best year for sure. They signed everybody back, which is absolutely incredible. Wow. Man, the influence of Tom Terrific, man. I'm telling you, guys. Tom Terrific does it all. Yeah, I see Ragnow going up about 13, 14, maybe more than that. He's gonna demand a lot of money, man. And let's hope he does like a discount, eh? It won't happen though. Not here. Oh yeah. What's up, Will? I think from what I see on film, Pitts is going to be a 2021 Calvin Johnson. He could be. Those are the comps, man. That's what they're comparing him to. They're comparing him to Calvin Johnson. He's got that athletic, freakish ability. His wingspan is like 83, which is insane. He could jump out of the building, not as fast as Calvin, but fast for a guy that's got about 10 pounds on Calvin. And Kelvin was 237 pretty much when he played, 240 tops. This kid's at what, 247, 246. So he's got about 10 pounds on him. He runs like a 4.46, whatever it is. Like it's nuts. The comparisons are there. But let's see what he can do. Then got the most out of Eckler. Yeah. Eckler was a good versatile back, man. And Mike Williams was able to thrive it with Keenan Allen soaking up most of it. And his old school, but he's newer school than Bevel. I don't see much difference, man. But I'll take your word for it there, bro. I thought Bevel was a breath of fresh air at times, but at times he would go into panic mode and he would just completely forget about the run game, which I kind of understand though when you're down by 20. when you're down by 20. But I thought Bevel was okay, man. He was good his first year as an OC. Stafford was well on his way to an MVP type year. He's like 19 touchdowns in 8 games. He was killing it, man. But we'll see, man. Oh yeah, Hunter Henry went to the Patriots. That's right. Hunter Henry went to the Patriots. That's a good, yeah. And then he also picked up the guy from Tennessee too, as well, right? He picked up the other tight end. They're going that 2 tight end set. I forgot about that. Yeah, they gave Hunter some money too. That's right, man. You have to pass the ball to stop the run in today's league. Deny it or not, it's 100% is a passing league. That's 100%. I am not denying that. I'm not denying. That's why I find it funny that when teams come out and fans come out and say we're going to run the football. Like, okay, like no duh. Like we already know you're running the football. Like we already know you want to run the football, but it is a passing league. I get that, but you got to play defense, man, to run the ball. You just have to. And it's definitely a passing league, 100%. I never denied that, my friend. Never denied that. Yeah, Lynn is great with running backs too. Bad he's all good with. Imagine if we had a guy like Joe Brady. Yeah, we'll see. He was in Carolina for his first year, right? He was there this year. Then had 1,000 yards in 2019. Yeah, Tyrell Williams and who else? Keenan Allen, right? Was it Tyrell? No, Tyrell wasn't there. Was he there in 2019? Tyrell Williams had a big year with the Chargers a few years back. Well, if you got the wide receivers, you better use them. I just know he's been really good with running the football. I just know that. Like I really know that. Well, like everyone said, it's a passing league, man. What decent wide receiver doesn't have 1,000 yards? You know what I mean? That's like nothing nowadays, man. Getting 1,000, that's nothing for these guys, man. The goal is like 1,500. You know what I mean? To be elite, pretty much. That I don't know. I'm not going to knock on Lynn, man, but I'm not overly thrilled about that signing. I don't think it was a great. I don't think it was a great signing by the Lions. And I definitely don't think it was a bad one. I just don't. It's more of a wait and see with me. Like the wide receivers we have on this team, man. You tell me one wide receiver that's going to get 1,000 yards on this team. Is it going to be Tyrell Williams because he's the only one that could do it? Maybe. And he's only done it once. And that was on a really good offense. That was on an offense that was throwing the ball like crazy. And it was the year that I think Keenan Allen went down. That's why Tyrell Williams ended up becoming the number one and getting over 1,000 yards. So he's got the capability, but damn good name, Marco. What's up, Pops? And great with linemen. I hope so. Perryman going to pull a curse and get hurt. Musings, man, listen. I'm feeling you, bro. I totally think he's going down. He's never lived up to his potential. He had one decent year when a couple of guys went down in Tampa Bay, or at least it was Mike Evans, I think, went down. And he became like Jameis Winston was just looking for him all day. And he had a pretty good year in Tampa Bay, over 600 yards, 700 yards. He got them all at the end of the year, too. Like he got all those yards at the end of the year. So he's just been a guy that got the talent, but just can't put it on the field, man. Yeah. I just think he's better. I just think he's better with running backs, bro. I don't think he's terrible with. I don't think it was the greatest of signings for an OC. I just don't. I just really don't, man. Hopefully, he proves me wrong, man. But meaning that he had like two wide receivers over 1,000 yards. Those were two wide receivers that were really, really good, though, right? That were really good wide receivers. We don't have that. We don't have that, man. We got Tyrell Williams, who's I think he's pretty good. Like he's okay. I don't think he's going to even sniff 1,000 yards. Unless we're down every single time in the game and we're just chucking the ball, maybe he gets to 1,000. But he's not a number one wide receiver in this league. So we'll see, man. Josh Zook, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining us. I want to see us go aggressive and build the offense. Would be fun to watch and win some games, build defense next year with the dead cap money and draft picks. Yeah, bro, there's tons of different ways that we're going to be doing this, man. Tons of different ways. Mike Williams and Keenan Allen putting up good stats. Mike Williams, that's who it was. Okay. Keenan Allen putting up good stats doesn't mean he's good with wide receivers. Just 80s, and maybe it would, but now it's not. I don't think he's bad. I'm in the same boat, Tone. I just think having a couple good 1,000-yard wide receivers, that's like normal. It's almost like normal now, man, because you're just chucking the ball, man. You're just chucking the ball. That's all Phillip Rivers did was chuck the football. That's all he did. He had some good running attacks, though. He did over the years. I'm not going to lie, but he threw the ball a ton. So Luke saying we're going to win 8 to 9 games. Who the hell is Luke, bro? 8 to 9 games? Who's that? Luke? Okay. I don't think we're winning 8 to 9 games. I think that's completely delusional, man. 4 wins tops. But that's just my opinion. This guy can have that opinion too, 8, 9 games. Hey, show me the 8, 9 wins, man. Because this schedule is brutal. I think it's the second worst schedule in the league, second hardest schedule in the league. And of course we get it, right? I think we're playing 6 or 7 teams that made the playoffs last year. So there you go, right there. That's going to be fun. This is going to be a learning process, man, this year. This is going to be schools in session. You know what I mean? I thought that was a very big win as well. One Pride 40. I thought that was a great get, man. Getting Aaron Glenn coming over, Dan Campbell bringing him from the Saints. Can't go wrong there, man. I give you there. I wouldn't expect them to have a progressive pass, but it would be as bad. That's terrifying you to pass to win in this game. It's not terrifying. It is a reality. It's for sure a reality. It is. You have to win. But I think defense is more important and stop teams from scoring. I think that's the most important thing in my book, man. I come from the old school defense, man. You know what I mean? But you're right. It's not. I think I sense a little sarcasm in that one, but that's fine. That's okay. I like a little sarcasm. But you need it. You do. I do agree with you. You need to be able to pass to win this game, and I don't think we have the assets just yet. That's why we can get some wide receivers in this draft, but just hold up, wait on them though. Just wait. Get a good one in the second round. At the very least, you know what I mean? Wait till at least the second round. But we'll see. And Tone needs a camera, man. Tone needs a camera. Double only game plan was to chuck play action 50-50 balls to Galladay after running AP twice in a row. It was pathetic, man, at times. He was pretty good his first year though with number 9. Don't you remember? He was pretty good. He was a little bit creative, you know. I liked him in the first year. The second year, it seemed like he got stuck in a rut, man. I don't know. I think a lot of it, he probably didn't get along with Patricia as well. We need to run the football. It's annoying. I think it's annoying too, bro. I do. I know. I get everybody's excitement about it, man. And like, you know, I play, believe it or not, man, I don't look like it, but I played running back in college, and I played running back in high school. And I love the run of the football, man, but you have to be able to pass, man. You got to be able to pass. And I don't think we have the talent to do really to be able to like score a lot of points through the air. I don't. And I think just like, yeah, we need a wide receiver. Go get one. But just because you're going to go get one, just say in the first round, it doesn't mean this wide receiver room is fixed. Because this wide receiver room is broken. If you're asking me, I think it's broken. It scares me. It scares me. Love his over the hill reclamation scrap heap running back. He did a new bottom of the barrel running back every month. I know it was crazy, man. Travis Doyley. Bevel had a bad year last year because he got a lot of pressure on him because his job was on the line. Well, hey, man, you got to deliver, Travis Doyley. You got to deliver, my brother. Michelle Orum, hi, baby. Hi. Say hi to the wife. The wife is in the building. I'll be up soon, babe. Be up soon. I've been on here almost 2 hours, guys. 2018 Blount. Wow. I remember that, man. Knight Anderson. Yeah, you got that right. At least Peterson played well for the most part. You know, over 700 yards and like 9 touchdowns. You know, all those touchdowns were like 2-yarders, but 1-yarders. But at least he played well. What's up, Kurt Romero? What's going on, buddy? Unfortunately, I'll probably be getting off a little bit soon, but I'll be on for a little bit longer, not too much though. We could have had Adam Gase. Oh boy. Imagine. Unbelievable. Imagine if we draft Mac Jones. Okay, I'll be mad at that. People are asking, like, I'm telling people not to get angry at picks. I would be furious if we took Mac Jones. I'd be furious. I would be furious at that because I don't think, I can't even fathom it, brother. It's getting me hot just thinking about it, man. It's getting me all hot and bothered thinking about that, and not in a good way. I learned that it was a passing league because of Patricia. We all learned that, bro. It was a learning process, man, with that. So being down by double-digit points all the time. Offense not ever being able to sustain drives just because, just our defense not being able to hold the other team from scoring drives and stuff like that. That's what I meant to say. And the offense doing their part, man, as best as they could. It's just Patricia, man, put this defense in a hole. Put the whole team in a hole, man. You know what I'm saying? I miss his Orum. Only 18 runs across the league, had 1,000 yards receiving last year. Hey, bro, I'm all for having him, man. I'm all for having a good wide receiver, but I don't really think it's that big of a deal anymore, man. I don't. I don't think it's kind of a big deal. Really, man. It's good to have that stud at wide receiver. Don't get me wrong, but out of 18 wide receivers, how many of those guys went to the playoffs? I'm just asking. I don't even know the answer. Maybe it's all 18 of them. But it's just, you got to have balance, man. You got to have balance, and hopefully Lynn brings that. I know he's known more as a guy that loves to run the football and has had some really good success as a running OC. But he's had some talent at the wide receiver position, obviously, and but he's never. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't think it's of greater importance, man. You know what I mean? I don't, man. I think it's like the norm to get a guy you should have guys that get 1,000 yards nowadays. You should. If you don't, it's you know what I mean? That's just my opinion, bro. Herbert played well when he came in. I couldn't believe how good he played. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know enough about him. Luke G. Field review. That's okay. That's fine, man. I don't know the guy, man. I don't know him from Johnny. My guys in my crew do. But I don't know this. I don't know him. If he's saying 8 to 9 wins, that's his opinion. I think he's off his rocker. I think he's completely off his rocker. You know what I mean? But that's his opinion, man. And then that's all I can say. I want to know what 8 to 9 teams we're beating. Because this schedule is absolutely brutal. We're going to get kicked in the mouth by teams. So he's setting himself up for failure, man, with that one. So whatever. That's fine. Shout out Joe Brady and Shanahan. Yeah, it would have been nice, man. I think we're going to win more than what people think because the coaching staff, they're very competitive. I agree with you there, Will. I think everybody's competitive. I think we have a coaching staff that does not want to lose. You have to have the players in front of you. And I just don't think we have it just yet. You know what I mean? Look what they're doing in free agency, man. That should tell you what we have. We're literally picking up fillers. It's not future guys, man. The future is going to be the draft. The future will be the draft, 100%. So we can have the most competitive, fired up coaches in the world. You got to have talent. You just have to. And I don't think we have that just yet. This is a 2-3 year build, man. That's why they gave this guy 6 years to do this. Because they better start progressing something they better start showing something by at least next year. Getting better. Make the playoffs in 2023. Get to the playoffs and win a playoff game in 2023, actually. That's what I'm expecting. So, Ken Dorsey. Tone T. Mark said something. Yeah. Washington has traded 1951st and Landon Collins, John B. to Atlanta for 4th overall. Well, that can't be true. That's just fake news, John B. That's just fake news, bro. Imagine, though. Don't listen to John B. Yeah, for sure, bro. Playing that game. One day we will see your face. I just know it. I lose my mind if we draft Max. Same here, buddy. Same here, bro. At the beginning of last year, we had $3 and 10 with 1,000-yard game. Exactly. And where did that get us? Where did that get us? Josh, right? That's my point, man. That's my point right there. Galladay, you had Marvin Jones that hit 1,000. I don't think Marvin ever hit 1,000 with Detroit, did he? Maybe 1 year. 1 year where he came in after Calvin retired. That was his only time he got over 1,000 yards his whole career, right? Pretty sure. But he's had some big years for us, 900 plus. So, yeah, where has that gotten us? You know what I mean? Where has that gotten us? That's great. 1,000-yard wide receivers, man. You know, when you don't play defense, it doesn't matter, man. It just don't matter. All it means is that those wide receivers are going to get paid eventually in the future. Patricia preferred stopping the run instead of rushing. Yes, he did. And I hated every second of it, which is something I never understood. Like, and I know you're just as confused as me about that one, Pride. Like, passing league, you would think that your main objective is to get the quarterback. But this guy wanted to stop the run. Wow. So unbelievable. Your defense will be trash if you can't rush the pass. Exactly. Go get the quarterback, man. It's good to have hope. I'm not saying don't have hope, man. I'm just trying to put a little reality next to it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that we're going to win 10 games. I'm not going to lie to you, the subscribers, and I'm not going to lie to myself, man. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I love what this regime is bringing so far. So far, everything on paper is exactly what I want to see. With the contracts that they're giving out people, with the cuts, saving money, with the fillers, the quick fillers, worry about the draft. That's what I like. But now the next step is April 29th. What are you going to do? April 29th, April 30th, and then April 31st, whatever. Is there 31 days in April? I don't remember. You know what I mean? What are you going to do for those 3 days? How are you going to draft? That's the main objective now. How are you going to, like, what are you going to do for this team? Yeah, I'm worried about the rock, bro. I'm worried about both. I really am, man. This schedule is brutal, like you said, and this roster is brutal. I'm worried about both of it, brother. Heavy Metal Lures, love that name. Have you paid close attention to Minnesota, Chicago, and Green Bay? Any thoughts on their offseason? You know what? I saw them. Okay, Minnesota, they picked up Patrick Peterson, right? The corner, old corner. Don't really know who else what they did. Chicago, I think, has been a complete failure over there. They've lost some key defensive players. Picked up Andy Dalton, which I thought was bad. And Green Bay, they ended up losing their best center in the league, I thought. They re-signed a running back to almost $50 million. I thought that was bad, bro. I don't know. But Green Bay will always be good because they got Aaron Rodgers. So Minnesota, you know, they're going to have a pretty good offense again. They're going to be good. They'll be okay. You know what I mean? They'll be okay. But Chicago's going to be bad, man. But if a quarterback is there, you have to take him. All depends what quarterback, my friend. All depends. He played 15 games. Who? I don't know who you're talking about. You're talking about Tone. And team at least have 1,000. Well, okay, maybe I'm kind of exaggerating a bit. I thought like nothing. I'm not saying it's completely nothing. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. Bro, how many times have we had 1,000-yard receivers, man? How many times? How many times? And where has it gotten us? I'm using the Lions as a prime example here, man, and only the Lions. How many times did Kelvin go over 1,000 yards? How many times did he go to the playoffs? How many times has he been all-pro? How many times have we had really good wide receivers on his team? You know what I mean? We've had good ones over the years. We've had really good ones. Hall of Famer in one. Nate Burleson, good. Kenny Galladay, really good. Marvin Jones, really good. Man, even young guys, man, even younger guys stepping up, playing decent. You know what I mean? I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's not. I'm not saying. I don't mean it's nothing. It's not that big of a deal to have 1,000. It doesn't. It doesn't equate to wins. It's fun and it's pretty for your fantasy football team, bro. Like I love that. Don't get me wrong, but wins, man. Just get me wins. I'll take 3 700-yard wide receivers over 1 or 2 1,000-yard wide receivers. I will. You know what I mean? Like 800 yards. And that producing first downs, getting the end zone over like 1,000-yard, 1,100-yard wide receiver any day of the week, man. I would. So it's like, it's not, to me, it's not that big of a deal, man. It just really isn't, bro. And we don't have to agree. It's cool. We're still boys, man. We're good. How do you define Ian Schaefer? What's up, bro? How do you find success for Goff next year, especially if you don't have a strong wide receiver? Define success? Oof. If he stays alive, I really want to see him, no word of a lie, his mental makeup. I want to see Jared Goff's mental makeup this year because he is going to go through a lot this year. He is coming from a winning program in LA. Okay, been to a Super Bowl, been to a couple Pro Bowls, been to the playoffs, has won playoff games. He is coming to a city that doesn't know any of that, nothing, especially football. He's coming to us, and the roster itself is frightening in a bad way. So success, I just want to see him, how he handles this year. I want to see how many blow-ups this kid has. I want to see if he gets along with his teammates, his coaches, if he wants to be better, if he cares. That's what I'm looking at. Because the wins, I don't think personally are going to be there. I just don't think the wins are going to be there, man. So I just want to see him just get through the year. I just want to see him get through it, man, and just want to be better. That's how I see it, because I don't think they're going to be successful. And I hope I'm dead nuts wrong on that. I really do, man. I'm just trying to splash it with some reality, guys. Go Swift, go Williams. That's a nice duo. That's a nice start to a running game. It is. It's just a part of it, though, brother. It's just a part of it, Armac. It's just a part of it, man. It's a small part. It's a really small part. You can have 2 good running backs on your team, but if you can't really use them in the run game that much because your defense is so bad and you can't stop people from scoring, and you got to chuck the ball up in the air 40 times, then having 2 running backs like these 2 guys is just a waste. You know what I mean? So play defense, man. Marvin Tate, Golden, yeah. Marvin Tate, Marvin Jones and Golden Tate, yeah. We did have the best wide receiver duo in the league. 100% we did. That was the best. Jonesy and Tate. They were the best, man. But where did it get us, bro? That's my whole thing. Where did it get us? It was fun. It was fun to watch. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up you, brother. But, man, it did nothing to equate wins, really. How many wins did our wide receivers win for us? A few. I'm not going to say they never have, because they have. Stafford and the offense pretty much are the only reasons why we won football games the last 12 years here. You know what I mean? It was pretty much the only reason why. 2000, when we had that top 3 defense, that was the reason why we won games. But other than that, it was Stafford and the offense why we won games. So, and wide receivers were a part of that. But how many times did we get to the playoffs, man? Twice. 2011, 2014, right? 2017, 3 times in 12 years. You can have all the good wide receivers you want, man, but you got to be able to actually win football games. That's all I'm saying, bro. It's not hard, fatty man. For sure, bro. For a guy that was a genius, you'd think he would have some what's it called? Common sense. You're not worried about the wide receivers? Well, okay, bro. Wow. All right. I don't know why you're not. I really don't know why you're not. None of those wide receivers scare anybody. Tyrell Williams is the only ones that might put a little bit of fear sometimes. Other than that, he's basically your number 2 wide receiver on a team. Everybody that's a number one wide receiver, Tyrell Williams, not a number 1. He's a number 2. Rashad Perryman is 100% not a number 2 wide receiver in the league. He's a number 3 at best. He's possibly a number 4, dude. You know what I mean? Then you got Cephas, who I think could be good, but he's not. He's kind of more on the Anquan Bolden kind of mold. You know what I mean? A Michael Irvin type guy. He's tough, physical. You know what I mean? But we don't have any guys that are true number 1s or really true number 2s. Tyrell Williams is a number 2. That's it. He's the only guy that scares anybody, man. You have to agree with that, bro. Exactly. Kelvin had 1,900 yards, and what did it get us? It got us a bowl of nothing. A bowl of junk soup. That's what it got us. We need a deaf tight end, a sumo wrestler, a kicker that smokes and footsteps Falco. That's it, man. Great movie, buddy. The Replacements? Is that what it's called again? Oh, for sure, bro. Yeah. Yeah, we agree. There's some things we don't agree on, bro, but that's why it's fun to do this, brother. This is why I love to do this. You know what I mean? 41 in the chat. I like it. We're agreeing, we're disagreeing, we're having a good time. I got to get off soon, though, bro. You guys are crazy that you guys aren't worried about this wide receiving core, man. Absolutely insane. Seriously, I don't get it, man. Brandon L., what's up, brother? I'll help you out, Mark. 8 of the 1,000-yard receivers were on playoff teams. See? So it leaves 10 of them that weren't. You know what I mean? That's just play some defense, man. I'm sick of this flash. I'm sick of this pretty, you know what I mean? I want D, man. Having production with good talent doesn't make you a good coordinator. Exactly. Owen Posnick, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining the chat. What do you think about drafting Jamar Chase if he is there? Not at 7, dude. I don't like him at 7. I think he's going to be one hell of a talent in the NFL, but I don't think he's worthy at 7. I just don't. I don't think getting a guy the ball 6-7 times, maybe a game. You know what I mean? I don't think it equates success. It's not a way to build a team, but I do like him, just not at 7. 100%, he'll be considered that. He'll be one of the. Of course, he will be if he wins a playoff game. But it's not just going to take Jared. It's going to take more than Jared Goff. It's a collective team, man. It's got to be collective. Gotcha, Joey. Gotcha, brother. It's all good. What up, Forumites? That dude live. What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining the chat. How about this? Just have a competent offense that sustains drive. That'd be nice. That would be nice, man. Get the first downs. Let your defense rest, right? Run the ball too if you can. Run the ball, man, early when you can. Hold leads. It's all about, you got to have balance, man. I'm very worried. I'm very worried about Tyrell and yeah. Hunter. Yeah, I'm petrified, bro, because Perryman's going down. Excuse me. Perryman's going down. Tyrell Williams, I'm not really mad. I'm too concerned about because he does have some ability. He's actually a pretty good wide receiver. I don't see him as a number 1, but yeah. But this has been good, guys. I really. Where am I at? I kind of have to go. It was fun, guys. Thanks a lot, man, for joining the chat. We're about 2 hours and 15 in. I'm going to do it again probably next Saturday. Well, I'm going to do it again, 100%. Next Saturday, 7 or 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock more than likely. If I didn't get to you, I'm sorry, guys. Whoever came in the chat just now, I'm sorry, but go back and read watch the video again, man, and hit those like buttons. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. It helps my channel out greatly. I really appreciate it, guys. We'll get back to this next Saturday, 100%. We're 2.5 weeks away, guys. We're 2.5 weeks away from the draft, so let's go, man. You know, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. Love y'all. Boom. Thanks, guys. Perfect. Woo-hoo-hoo.